Alrighty, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We've got week 4. Let's make sure that. Doesn't look like balance is working. Let's make sure we're connected here. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Good. Okay. I believe this is our first ever Saturday stream. I could probably flip this up in. We got about a minute, so we'll just hang on and wait for that. Claim your bonuses while you're here. Alrighty. Looks like all of the claims and balances are working. That looks good. Alrighty. Well, it's 12:30, so let's get this kicked off here. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week 3 of season 4. We've got betting is active again, as always. I'm trying to think if there's any big updates. What did I work on? Oh, there is one coming up here that you'll see once I get started. I did a few quality of life updates. It should, hopefully, I didn't get a chance to test it thoroughly, but now when you hit a square with invincibility, you should lose your effects like lifesteal or double damage, things like that. We've got... Yeah, so this is our first Saturday stream. This is going to be the time... This is what people voted for. So I'll probably run it at this time if I can. Don't expect every week to be at this time, just because Saturdays are a little bit busier for me. So generally, if I can't do Saturday, I'll probably just do either Sunday at noon will be the next choice, and then obviously the default Sunday at 6 is when I can almost always do it. So just kind of depends on my schedule, obviously, but this will be kind of the default time we're aiming for. This week we don't have any special gimmicks. I just, like I said, I fixed a few small issues with that stuff. But the big thing that I've got is this is kind of the big new screen for you guys. So I'll kick it off. So our first match, we've got Teal and Cream, and so now what we have is a betting screen. So now we actually see your guys' bets come in, and so you can see see Retro Hat betted for Teal there. So you guys can actually see who's betting for what. Oh, that crashed. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. Why did this fail? Well, that's unfortunate. Why did that not work? Very confused. Why would that have messed up? Let's try to run this again and see. What the hell? So Cream and Teal. Let's grab the existing bets. I'm trying to think why that broke. Yeah, something's happening. Looks like it's breaking here. Well, this is weird. I have not seen this before. So it's under the... oh, you know what? It's probably the same thing I did last week, huh? Hold on. I think I know what it is. Okay. Yep, it's just not in UTF-8. All right. Well, let me fix this real quick. It'll take about 2 seconds. Yeah, encoding. Here we go. Gosh, so annoying. This is exactly the same issue we had last week. I added a new file reader and I just did this. All right. So now, theoretically, all right, so now try betting now. We should be able to. This should have fixed it, hopefully. We'll pray. Hopefully this should have worked now. Let's see. Yeah, no way. So yours is your characters are a bit weird. My Python program does not like them. I'll have to see if there's any way I could actually implement that, but I bet you what it is actually is I bet the font file that I use actually doesn't have that like as a font character. So I bet you that's probably why it's doing that. But it looks like we've got some bets coming in here. And yeah, pumpkin, just so you know, that like the invalid bets. So you guys will want to actually handle deal with these because that'll count probably as a loss. So. And if anyone is very artistically inclined and feels like designing this screen more aptly than I have it set up currently, then I would love to see it because I designed this very hastily, but it should work for now. I just wanted people to be able to see their bets. And so yeah, if you don't see your bet up here, that's not a good sign. That means nothing's logged for you. So, the other thing that I want to implement, I didn't get time because some of this stuff took a while. But I want to implement like a leaderboard next. And then actually, the other thing that I implemented that hopefully should work is now if people donate. Or like I think it's called super chats with YouTube. If someone sends a super chat, you'll actually get square bucks for that now. So like if you did a super chat for like $5, you'd get 500 square bucks right now. It's about like $1 is 100 square bucks. Obviously all these rates and things are going to change. And then what I'll probably do is once we have this system fully fleshed out, because I would guess this betting system isn't going to be like super robust up until like season 5 probably. Like this whole year we're going to be working on this betting infrastructure, and so but what I'll do is I'll do like a stream to let you guys decide kind of how we want to set up the economy, like what we want to spend square bucks on, like if we want to be able to buy squares in the league, or if we want to do like I've been thinking about running a league where you can actually spend square bucks to kind of influence the matches, things like that. So, transfer mechanics maybe. That'll be more in depth. I'll have to look into that. But, And then some of the things on the horizon. So before I get started, like I said, I have a whole to-do list. I want to be able to add like a remove command so you can remove your bets. And then I want to do a, you can bet on a tie. I would like to do as well, actually. I think that would be kind of fun. And then, yeah, leaderboards. Those are kind of the big ones. Outside of that, yeah, no real big gimmicks this week. I just, like I said, just some quality of life stuff. It should fix where like you could hit with lifesteal and not get that removed. It should be gone, hopefully. So keep your eyes out. If you see anything, feel free to drop a comment. But outside of that, I think we can probably get this going. Looks like bets are in. Looks like everyone's kind of ready to go. So let's kick this match off. See if your bets can pay off. We've got, actually, Cream has less number of bets, but is the higher favorite here. So Cream is plus 40 right now. So let's begin. And ladies and gentlemen, Cream takes home the victory against Teal. Cream actually surprisingly was the favorite in this match based off of betting numbers, although Teal did have more bets. So congratulations to those who bet on Cream. Our next matchup, we've got Blurple and Malachite. So let's kick this off. Betting is active now for this, so let's see. Hopefully these show up. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Whoa, that darn seal throwing 200 at Malachite. Alright, so what I'm thinking about doing, I need your guys' thoughts on this. I'm thinking about adding like a in the battle screen to show like a plus minus. Do you guys think I should do that on the total or the number of bets? So like for example in this match, Malachite would be plus 300. Otherwise, I would just do like plus 1 because it has 1 or 2 more bets, but it doesn't have the biggest bets. We got a lot of money on Malachite here. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards the plus total. I think that's kind of what I was thinking, but Malachite really the heavy favorite here. Holy cow. Nobody believes in Blurple. All right. 500 total on malachite. Malachite plus 370 right now. So let's kick it off. Let's start this match. And with that, Malachite climbs from the depths to take home a victory against Blurple. A lot of people are going to be really happy with that win out of Malachite. Holy. Malachite making people money. Let's open up Blaze versus Brown. See what we got. Yeah, it'd be really nice to have like a preview screen to show like their records and their like stats. That would be nice. I gotta do that. Because I'd like to be able to see like under Blaze is 1-1 and Brown is 0-2 or whatever. Holy cow, we got some big Blaze betters here. Oh my goodness. No one's a Brown believer. Zero Brown believers here. Goodness gracious. We've got what, plus 700 differential right now? Adrian, if you type the wrong square, you can just like resubmit your bet. Like you just do like bet Brown. It'll overwrite it, so you can update them. You just can't remove them, but. So animation apples, you can do the claim command that you were seeing. So each week in the stream, people get a free $50. Or sorry, not $50, 100 square bucks. And so if you do exclamation mark claim, you can grab 100 for free. You can also get them through donations now too. So like through, I think it's called super chats. So if you really want, if you like used up all your cash and you wanted to keep betting, you could do like a super chat. I wanted to reward people who donate, but you'll get a free 100 each week. I'll give people using the claim command a little bit of time here. Yep, so now Animation Apples, you have money and you can bet, so. We got another Blaze fan. Oh, so Animation Apples, your bet command is backwards. So you have to put the color first, and then the amount. All right, we're gonna start this match in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. And people are gonna be going broke. Blaze falls to brown. Brown like minus 800 or plus 800 deficit on Blaze. And that is a big hit to the Square economy. Let me open up our next match. We've got red and lavender. So now we've got red and lavender bets coming alive. So unfortunate for all the Blaze fans. I really need a leaderboard. I think that'd be cool. There's definitely a lot of things I want to add to this screen. Really want a preview. I think that would be cool too. Oh, Jax is broke. We got a lot of lavender fans here. Bets numbers are actually pretty even though. Okay, well, not as much anymore. Oh my gosh, we're gonna overlap the total bets. I'll have to update the font to be a little smaller. I didn't know how many people we would have, so a lot of lavender fans. People sleeping on last year's champ. Let's put bet timer as another one. All right. Let's kick this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And red pulling out a semi-machine gun. Not a real machine gun, but semi with a freeze into invincibility. Last year's champ, taking down the rookie, winning some money. The difference wasn't that crazy, but lavender bettors are going to be very disappointed. Let's move on. We've got emerald and crimson now stepping into the ring. We've got... I wish I had their records there. I really wish I had the records listed. I don't have them on hand. I can pull up the standings here, but... let's see here. Crimson is 2-0, and emerald is 1-1. So, Crimson trying to return to glory, but obviously had an abysmal season last year. Emerald, on the other hand, had a really good season. So, we've got a lot of Emerald fans here. Not a soul believes in Crimson. We've got 1,500 on Emerald. That darn seal is virtually going all in. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. We got some people moving to Crimson. Emerald. There, people are loving Emerald here. Holy cow. Magma bound. We've got another Crimson 100 bet. Nice. Oh, also you can't bet like points. So like bet Crimson 1.5. I don't think that'll work. I think I have it validating that it's just a number. All right. We're going to kick this match off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Emerald flying back from a pretty large deficit, grabbing 2 super heals to take home the victory. And just for people who don't know, this was an update I made a couple weeks back. The super heals actually spawn at a much lower rate than like normal heals. So to get back to back in your path is pretty lucky. So pretty crazy for that to have back to back super heals to win. All right, let's move on to our next match. We've got hot pink and purple. And so remember, for those who'd missed last week, hot pink you have to bet as hot_pink for now. I want to try to fix that, but for now it's got to be hot_pink. Ooh. Hot pink getting the early bets here. I've got to decide, once I allow betting on a tie, what I want the actual payout to be on that. Because it's pretty rare, so maybe like 3-4x, something like that once it comes out. Yeah, it's going to be like 3 or 4x probably. I've got to update the website. That's a big thing I've got to do. It's going to be a pain though. My TypeScript is pretty weak. All right, let's get this match going. We've got nothing too crazy here. Definitely a little more favorites on hot pink. No crazy bets though. Neobrit with 200 is a decent number there. But let's kick this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. And with a fairly comfortable victory, a little bit close to the middle, and purple made a little bit of a comeback, but hot pink takes home the victory. I believe hot pinks are only undefeated square so far right now. So let's move on to our next match. We've got Navy and Arctic. Let's open up betting for these two. We got some pretty big numbers here. That John Teal at 1900, Olive 700, Neobrit 665. Pretty even betting so far. Wow, this might be the most split match we have. And no, you can't bet into debt. Once you go to 0, you can. Your bets might still log, but it won't. It won't actually process if you have 0. So like, if you bet whatever 100 and you have 0, it might show up there. I haven't actually tested that, but even if it shows up there, it won't go through. So you won't see like minus or plus if you win. Yeah, so you see like Jax's bet there. Like that's not actually going to go through because his balance is 0, but it'll show up. Which I should probably change. I should probably change where I do that validation, but... because that's going to throw off the numbers a little bit, but... Well, Navy's a little bit of a favorite here with the illegal bet, but with the normal ones, it looks pretty even. So let's kick this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Navy actually putting up a little bit of a fight there, but unfortunately Navy hits a damage power up and goes down. Navy taking home the victory. Let's move on here. We've got tan and blue, I believe. So we've got tan and blue as our next matchup. We got some tan bets coming in, blue bets. Some bet, the bet for LeBron, I don't think is going to hit here. Do. Looks like I'm gonna have to make some validations. You guys are putting in some illegal bets here. Not that it's actually gonna like affect anything, but it will make the tracking a little weird, so I'll have to update that. But we've got it says it's legal just because it's for a color. All the invalid bets are just basically saying like it's not a color in this match. But I mean, it's not gonna go through for his balance or anything. Like even if it says that, it blocks that because it sees that his balance is 0. So even though it says that, it's not gonna go through. But all right, let's kick this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Tan getting pretty much just straight beaten, no comebacks, nothing. Blue takes home the victory. Congratulations, blue bettors. Our next match, we've got goldenrod and orange. Let's open up bets for this. We got a big bet coming up next. 500 coming in. Looks like goldenrod is the favorite right now. Abhorrent actually, I believe, is going all in. There is a power-up that stuns him. I mean, that's freeze. I mean, I don't know what would you consider a stun, because freeze actually pauses him. All right, let's kick this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. goldenrod taking home an easy victory against orange. Goldenrod 1 and 2, orange 0 and 3. This is dangerous territory to start 0 and 3 for orange. Goldenrod taking home the victory. Let's move on to our next match. We've got olive versus cyan. I probably won't make it so that you can give other people money, because like someone mentioned earlier about alt accounts, just seems a bit like that could have issues. But that darn seal throwing 1,100. That's actually a real bet. I believe that darn seal is our richest member as of now. So we have no olive fans. Where's Olive to bet on Olive? We've got some Olive bets here. People really liking cyan. Olive throwing up 726. I don't know what your balance is, but oh, Olive is all in on Olive. This is going to be a big swing here. We've got Olive and cyan, both about the same. So let's go. Let's start this match in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there you have it. Olive takes home the victory. That darn seal, I believe that makes Olive our richest member now, because that darn seal falls behind. Big win for Olive. Olive taking home the victory. All right, let's pull up. What's my next match here? We've got green versus indigo. Let's open up the green versus indigo betting. To get money, you should use claim. All right, well, we're gonna have to get you jokers out of here on the bets here. We've got a lot of green bets here. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna pull this up. Did you, so Mugdos, did you I see you already used claim a while back. Did you already bet your money? Like, was your balance at 100, then you bet it? Because you can't get more after you've claimed it once, but... Let's see if you have Yeah, I have it. I have the claim listed. I just want to see. Did you? Yeah, you see, you have 100. You can bet. Yeah, so you have the 100, so you can bet now. Yep. See, there you go. All right, let's kick this match off. We got green as a heavy favorite, so let's go. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. And a pretty quick, efficient match. Green never gives up the lead. Indigo fought pretty well, but green takes home the victory against Indigo. I think we only have one undefeated square left through 3 weeks. This is pretty crazy. Hot pink is our one undefeated square. Let's pull up the last match of the day. We've got yellow versus cerulean. Let's open up betting for these two. Oh. Let's check the records on these guys. What do we got? Yellow 1-1, cerulean 2-0. Oh, cerulean has the last chance to stay undefeated. Cerulean could join Hot Pink as an undefeated team. We've got some big yellow fans here. Yeah, we've got a lot of yellow fans. I don't think the 150 million bet is gonna go through, but even without that, we have yellow being a heavy favorite. So let's kick this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. And yellow, with the comeback, taking home the victory against Cerulean, and now I think we only have one undefeated team through 3 weeks. Hot Pink remains at the top of the mountain. Congratulations to all those who voted for yellow, putting on a pretty important comeback there. So the standings race is pretty tight. We've got some interesting things developing. A couple 0-3 teams. One 3-0 square left. Hot Pink has been consistently a good competitor. So, but that's all that I have for you guys today. Next week we'll probably do like a double week next week. So I'll probably do like 4 and 5 in the same week. And I'm going to go and obviously make a bunch of changes to make it a little bit better. And then next week we'll have a gimmick. So I have not seen Square Sports 2 on the Discord. I have not seen that. I can go look at it. But I haven't seen it. But yeah. So keep your eyes peeled. We'll have more betting developments as we go on. But that being said, I think that's all I have for you guys this week. Keep your eyes peeled for next week. Next week should still be on Saturday, I think. It should be good to go at Saturday at noon or 12:30. But yeah. All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for betting and helping me get this system fluctuated. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Now you guys actually have Sunday to do stuff instead of stream. But thank you all, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Peace.